you're not 100% sold on Brock Purdy yet, but I think what's interesting is every week we see him play.
Yeah.
Our perception of him changes a little bit. Maybe it gets a little bit more accurate. And early on, we were the comparison game is fun. Who does he remind you of? And he's gotten everyone from Taylor Heineke to Joe Montana and Patrick Mahomes and everyone in between. But if you had to give the best comparison for Brock right now, after 6, 7, 8 games, who would be in your mind?
I thought about this for a while. It's 2014, Russell Wilson without the deep ball. There you go. Yeah,
Russell Wilson.
Yes,
And we did not talk about this before the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have Russell Wilson's deep ball. He doesn't have Russell Wilson's velocity. But he's kind of short, like not as short as Russell, but kind of short like him, quick like him, wants to get outside the pocket. And I think to me, like, it's financial. Like, once you put Russell Wilson, the 3rd round pick, making whatever he was making on that team, they were a juggernaut. Like they were as good as a salary cap team could be. They went to the Super Bowl and won 43-8.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
And then the next year probably should have won back-to-back, but Pete Carroll did what he did at the goal line. So they're as big of a juggernaut as any salary cap team ever. And it's because of Russell Wilson, how good he was for such a cheap price, how mobile how big of a playmaker he was.
Yeah.
Then he got paid and the team fell apart. And that could happen to the Niners in 4 years.
Yeah.
But for right now, he is having a Russell Wilson-esque impact on this team. They could go to the Super Bowl and win 43-8. This team has been doing stuff like that recently.
Yeah. Let me make my position on Brock Purdy clear too. Me not being sold on Brock Purdy doesn't mean I don't like what I see from Brock Purdy. My question is, can he continue to do what he's doing? If he continues to do what he's doing, I'm 100% sold on Brock Purdy. That's just my question.
Russell Wilson couldn't continue to do what he was doing. I mean, once he got paid and was expected to carry the team, he didn't. The team carried him, in a sense. And it's like the Niners are carrying Brock. It's just that if a quarterback can do these things, he's the MVP. So it's a weird balance, but that's what it is right now.
The way he creates off script, the way he's so elusive, and the way he can see the field reminds me of Russell Wilson during his Super Bowl run in 2014.
Yeah.
The only thing I think he doesn't have, he just doesn't have the deep ball that Russell Wilson does. But I don't think
got a better one than his predecessor, though.
Yes, and I don't think he needs it. And I think, honestly, in order for the 49ers to win a Super Bowl, all they've needed is somebody that was better than Jimmy. And they got that.
Yep.
To me, they got that.
Yep. Yeah. And he's like 10 times cheaper.
Yeah.
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 It feels like when the Seahawks went from Tavares Jackson and Matt Flynn to Russell Wilson. It's a huge difference. He's cheaper, he's younger, he's better. That's huge.
Yeah. That's it.
Russell Wilson.
Super Bowl's coming.
And Russell Wilson's a very controversial quarterback because of the way his career has gone. He got really rich. He became kind of a weirdo. Not a weirdo, but a little bit of a diva. Seems like a lot of people, his teammates don't like him. The Seahawks really couldn't stand him. He's embarrassing himself in Denver. But the first 3 years of his career, holy shit, he was unstoppable on that team.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And that's how Purdy looks right now. A little unstoppable.
The main reason I don't like Russell Wilson is just because he took Sierra off the market, and I thought I might have a chance. No, not really.
Her goodies were not your goodies. They were not your goodies.